I've really thought that I would say pretty much since the assassination attempt that Trump has not showed focus, energy, sense of the challenge ahead of him posed by the change in the race, that he has defaulted in most of his appearance to his comfort zone priors, arguing with his own teleprompter because he wants to talk about 2020 and why Brian Kemp is bad and stuff like that, and not doing what the team had decided he ought to do. And last night on Hannity in an unscripted performance, and then today at the New York Economic Club in a scripted performance with a teleprompter, I thought we were seeing a Trump that I haven't seen in a month. Focused, relaxed, concentrated, able to answer questions that Hannity was posing to him pithily and with purpose. Of course, it's easy to answer unbelievably friendly and completely uncritical questions. So I don't really think that the degree of difficulty was particularly hard. But the speech today was interesting because he really did want the audience to believe that he would come to the presidency in 2025 with a full bore economic agenda that was totally different and totally in contrast to what Kamala Harris, despite her efforts to pretend, in my view, to move to the center, has been promising. And the speech in that regard was good. It was the best that he can do in those circumstances, detailed about proposals focusing on energy, tax policy, making the point that the Harris and Biden proposals effectively would amount, despite how she is talking about them, to a massive tax increase if they mean that his 2017 tax cuts are allowed to sunset at the end of 2025 and are not restored or continued by the next Congress. So, for example, yesterday, Harris made a big showing of talking about how she would tax capital gains at 28%. The press then said, oh my God, this is really big. This is the Biden proposal is 39.6% to restore capital gains to where they were before the before the Trump tax cuts. And so this is a big deal because she's veering from Biden's tax policy. But as Trump intimated, and this is the case, if the current capital gains tax rate is 20% and it goes up to 28%, that's effectively a 50% tax increase, though it may be a cut from what Biden was proposing. And so the battle will be joined between them if he can maintain this kind of focus and talk about energy and talk about what the fracking revolution or the gold under the ground, where we have more under the ground than Saudi Arabia and Russia do put together if we just exploit it and get to it. That's a real fight. That is a fight over policy. It's not clearly a fight over policy that she wants to have, and he doesn't really want to fight over policy either, because that's not his comfort zone. He's a big picture, big personality, big I'm just going to fix everything person. But that's not going to work. I think it's pretty clear it's not going to work.